The Mental Capacity Act came out in 2005, and it's legislation to help support people making decisions who perhaps can't make those decisions for themselves. There are 5 key principles. Firstly, you assume people have capacity, and if you don't feel they have, it's up to you to demonstrate that. Secondly, you must take all practicable steps to help a person make their own decision. So, for example, if you've got a patient with dementia who's better in the morning than an afternoon, you would do their capacity assessment in the morning. The third principle is that people are allowed to make unwise decisions. Fourth is that you always act in a person's best interests. And fifth is you take the least restrictive route. So, for example, if somebody's got an ingrowing toenail, you don't chop their leg off. I'm being slightly facetious, but you get where I'm coming from. To assess capacity is a 2-stage test. Firstly, somebody has to have an impairment or disturbance in the mind or brain. And secondly, they must be able to do all of the following 4 things. They must be able to understand what they're having done. They must be able to retain information. They must be able to retain information long enough to weigh up the risks versus the benefits and then be able to communicate their decision by any means. That doesn't necessarily mean verbally, it can be lots of different ways of communicating. If they are unable to do any of those 4 things, you say this person lacks capacity to make this decision at this time, and you would go on to have a best interest discussion with people who know them well. The forms that you need to complete these assessments can be found on the intranet.